Thank you all for coming to the post-game press conference. Final score, Charlotte 78, Temple 72. Coach, would you like to open with any beginning statements?
Nope.
So, Coach, last time these two teams played, went to double overtime. Today went to overtime. What, in your opinion, makes these two teams so competitive this season against each other?
Oh, I just think the league's a bit that way, to be honest. I think you've seen, obviously, a lot of really close kind of single-digit games, and then it kind of takes a couple of buckets here and there to kind of force overtimes and so on and so forth. But, yeah, unfortunately for them, obviously, Mashburn didn't play tonight. He's a sensational talent in our league, and you obviously want to see him out there. But I guess in preparation to playing them, they'd already played a few games without him and been very good. And, they just have other guys that step up, which they did tonight. They're really tough to contain one-on-one. I mean, Coach does an excellent job of putting their guys in spots to, attack angles and personnel. And, they're tough, they're gritty. I mean, they're a typical Philly team probably, if you'd say that. And they keep coming at you, and he coaches them hard. It obviously got emotional out there with me and Coach and the players and stuff, and that's what makes it fun. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? It's nothing's ever personal. It's just competition that boils over a little bit, and I think that's what is part of the entertainment, I guess, if you look at it that way. But yeah, look, I think we're difficult to defend. They're difficult to defend. It's a bit of a chess match, I guess, against both teams, and it's the two games we've played have come down to a possession here and there.
For Coach and Nick, out-rebounded them on the defensive and offensive glass tonight. Was there a point of emphasis on crashing the glass, and how did that translate into success in the game?
Yeah, I would say we always talk about hitting first, being an aggressive team, more aggressive team, and, imposing our will in the game. So, rebounding has been a point of emphasis really all season. So I think, tonight we really showed that we can, we're capable of rebounding the ball.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a massive, rebounding, focus for them is Dezzoni, right? He's just all over the offensive glass. He didn't have any tonight, which is, was excellent. We made a big focus of keeping him off the glass. To only give up four is really, really good. And, practice this week got a little testy with each other. We had a couple of ball overs in practice where guys are squaring off, and it's probably justified a little bit. They're obviously a little frustrated by the results to date, and I haven't coached too many teams where those things don't kind of happen. I guess I'm a little bit of a instigator with it because I'll try and push some buttons a little bit with them at times and try and get them, to that point where it boils over that way. But it's just healthy competition. I don't think, if you want to be a really good team in any sport, and I say this all the time, your physicality's got to outdo the physicality of the opponent. And sometimes when you get two, strong-willed personalities, no one backs down, so it boils over. And tonight was the same thing. Obviously, Gray and Rosado get into it, and, they're just two competitors getting after it. I mean, I like that stuff. I think it's fun, and it's fun for just the game. And, it got that way tonight, and just happy we were able to get across the line.
So, Coach, a few months ago there was a game, free throws really cost you. Tonight, team is really efficient at the free throw line. How have you seen the team progress in that aspect, and what impact they have tonight?
We've always been a pretty good free throw shooting team. I felt when we played them the first time that cost us the game, not knocking down free throws down the stretch and in overtime. It hurt us, and that's what we talked about. I know everybody talks about the last call. I mean, that stuff happens, all right? But we had multiple opportunities to put ourselves in a better position to possibly get across the line, and we weren't just tough enough in the moment. I say it to these guys all the time. When we shoot free throws, at some point this season,
You're going to have to knock it down. It's going to be a game-winning free throw.
you're going to have to make some big free throws, and it's going to be everybody. So just to try and put yourself in that mindset, which at practice and just in the gym by yourself is difficult to do. It takes it just takes your inner thought process to put yourself there, and tonight that helped win the game.
Nick, talk about your performance more specifically. Really seemed to be able to find your spots out there. Had one acrobatic layup, probably upgraded your acrobat badge on that one. But just talk about what you were seeing out there from their defensive looks that were allowing you to find your spots.
Yeah, honestly, just being put in the position by my teammates and coaches, just being at the right place, right time. For the most part, didn't really have to create anything. Getting out in transition at times, and then other than that, really just knocking down open shots. So really just being put in the position, and I work on my game each and every day. So just having a confidence and knowing that my teammates and coaches as well have a confidence in me to knock it down when open.
Coach, you want to elaborate on that? I'm sure this is a performance you expect from one of your leaders.
Yeah, look, there's pressure and expectation to perform every night, and Nick's in a role that is bigger than some. Are you going to perform at the highest level every night? No athlete does that. But the intent to perform needs to be there. That's the big thing for me, is the intent. You just can't float through the game or float through a part of the game. You got to have your foot on the throttle all the time to make plays. And making plays is not shooting the ball every time. It's creating plays for others. It's creating plays for us defensively. That's what the responsibility that he has. He's growing in that space. Really proud of him and all the guys, because I think a lot of them made a lot of improvement. It's not a real easy system to learn, and there's a lot of pressure to do the little things at a really high level. Which a lot of them have learnt that coming from different programs, and it's frustrating for others, for some at times, because it's just doing so many different things. But yeah, Nick's taken a step in that department. He obviously had games last year where he made big plays and had big games, but this year's it's like it kind of needs to be every night. You know what I mean? And he's taken that on, and we talk about it a fair bit, and then I just let him figure it out.
All right, one final question. Coach, Nika played a season-high 35 minutes today. He had 11 points. From the naked eye, he looks to be playing much better than when he started. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, Nika's not been healthy all year. He's still not 100% healthy. So that, as an athlete, are always really frustrating mentally more than anything. And then physically, you just can't kind of do the things that you're accustomed to doing. And then, me putting a lot of pressure on him to perform, because we need him to. The team needs him to. He obviously came here to fill a pretty big role, of a player that we lost, and you need that type of performance every night. Did some really good things tonight. He had some tough defensive assignments, like you spoke about with Rob. And he made some plays to help us get across the line, and that's what all these guys have got to do.
Thank you all. That concludes today's press conference.